What you looking at?
In your bag, let's go. Your bag, you better get your bag. Your bag, you better get your bag. Yeah, your bag, you better get your bag. Your bag, fuck what you heard. Now you gotta get in your bag. So when you get cash, they mad. Don't try to bring my bag. You better get your bag. Your bag, you better get your bag. Your bag, yo. The cat don't stop for nobody. Put up in a Porsche and I left in a Audi.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. Today is Sunday, March 24th. And so today's video is going to be kind of like a discussion, but like y'all can't talk back yet, and hopefully you guys actually do talk back, because I'm actually interested in what other people think about it. But so I'll kind of just be voicing my opinions on two questions, and they're pretty deep. And this video should not be long at all, because like I said, I want it to be kind of like a discussion, and so I don't want to say too much, and then you know how them kids be in class, so like, okay, what are the rest of us gonna say because you said everything? So yeah, that's how that's gonna be. And I'm actually kind of excited because these are pretty deep questions when you think about them, and you're gonna be thinking about them for a while. So let's get into the video. Before we do, make sure that you subscribe. When you subscribe, invite a friend or 10 to check out my channel and some of my content. Make sure that you like this video, comment down below, and share. And let's get to it. Probably like the shortest intro I've ever had. But anyway, okay, so the first question is, does a belief in free will make you more or less happy? Whoa. Think about that for a second. I feel that a belief in free will kind of makes you less happy. I can see both sides of it, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you believe in free will, then you believe you can go out, you can do whatever you want to do, type stuff, you know what I'm saying? You might be more optimistic because you have your free will. But at the same time, when you have those people, or for instance the way the criminal justice system is set up and all of that, I mean, you really can't, you know what I'm saying, exercise your free will. You know, there's always something that puts limits on your free will. So I feel like it could make us less happy, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you believe so strongly in that you have your free will, and then something happens that limits that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you're gonna be very happy unless you are for some reason, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it definitely can make you less happy, which is a very sad thing, because they claim we all have free will, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be with the criminal justice system. If you take into account your parents, maybe, you know, if you've ever wanted to just like go out and do something and they tell you no, or oh, you have to finish your homework, or oh, you have to do this, or you didn't clean that kitchen last night, so you're not going anywhere, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if it necessarily makes you just like so sad, because you know, sad would be the opposite of happy, but maybe it does just make you less happy that every single time you're trying to exercise this free will, there's always going to be these limits, or something that could happen to, you know, stop you from free willing. This idea of independence and be able, because that's like, and being able to do, you know, what I want to do, and acting as my own, on my own, you know what I'm saying? And there's all sorts of limitations. I don't know if it necessarily makes you less happy, but I feel like it can drive somebody crazy. Or like if you take into account Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? And that line that Jay-Z said, you know, can't willy in this free world. That's just my take on it, though, is that less happy, you know? And then especially if you believe so strongly in something and it doesn't work out the way that you want it to, you know, you kind of start to lose hope in it. You kind of, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, do you think that the belief in free will makes you more or less happy? Let me know down in the comments and let's have a discussion, or hit me up on any of my social media or my website, and let's talk, because I'm ready. I got a few more things to say. So the next question, this actually came up in my sociology class a little bit ago, and I kind of been thinking about it still. So I was like, maybe I should, I talked to my roommate, and she kind of had the same opinion as me. But do you think, I hate that that's doing that. Do you think that slavery was a result of racism, or that racism is a result of slavery? I'll let you guys dwell on that for a second. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. And I know that there's all sorts of what do you call it, examples of slavery with different minority groups and such, but I think we were mostly talking about black and white, because that's what a lot of our examples, as we've been talking about racism, have been. And that's not to take away the history from the other, like Indian and everything like that, or Native American, the umbrella term, but I think we were talking about the black and white. And I feel like that one's kind of hard, because I can see both, you know what I'm saying? Because what would have been, aside from doing the labor and everything like that, but what would have been the reason for slavery, you know what I'm saying, if there wasn't that racism, and so that I feel like that's what I'm leaning more towards, is that slavery was a result of racism. And then especially when you look at it, you know what I'm saying, the abuse, the torture, rape, everything like that, you know what I'm saying, the racial slurs that have come from that era, and like, if you weren't racist, you know what I'm saying, if you didn't hold those attitudes and treat black people differently and stuff like that, which is what racism is, then what would have been the reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what gets me. I guess I can kind of see it as from the racism being a result of slavery, where if you look at it today, like some of the things like the microaggressions and stuff like that go on, or some of the things that white people think they can slide with, or the way that non-black people act and such today, I can kind of see how people would think that could stem from that slavery era, and that white people were the dominant group, and maybe they feel like they still should be, or that they still are, and you know what I'm saying, we were the minorities, and so I can kind of see both of those, but I feel like it's more that slavery was a result of racism. So before any of that even happened, there was that racism, especially if you think about it, white people have always been the dominant group to every other group, you know what I'm saying? There's always been more of them. There's always been more of them in positions of power, and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to vote, being, the president, our first black president was just not that long ago, you know what I'm saying? In all this time. So 45 presidents, and we've only had one black president. But yeah, just looking at it kind of like that. So I think racism's always been around. When you have to think about it, not even with just looking at race, but say you're and no, I'm not saying it's right at all, because racism is literally horrible. Like, because the only thing that separates us is the color of our skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, my lips might be bigger than yours, but we both have lips. My nose might be shaped differently than yours, but we both have noses. My hair might be thicker than yours, but we both have hair. So the only thing that separates us is the color of our skin. but maybe our culture too, but everybody has a different culture, but we all have culture. So you get what I'm saying? I don't know if that's another kind of topic of discussion we could talk about some other time, but I don't really want to get into that right now because I don't know. But if you kind of think about it too, with racism and how I'm arguing that it's been around since the beginning of time. You have this group that's dominant. They've always been majority and things like that. So like if you look at it with say in your high school, you and your friends, y'all are like the I don't know, the leaders of the school, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. And then you have this new kid that's trying to come in and, get some of what you got because, they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? They've done all of the things that you've done. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want them to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of, do you guys get my analogy? I don't know if it makes any sense, but that was just like trying to give an example of it without using race, which is kind of hard because race is race and racism is racism. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that slavery was a result of racism like me, or do you think that racism has been a result of slavery? Let me know. And that's all that I have for today because like I said, I didn't want to get too deep because I want you guys to have your own opinions too and not be like them kids in class that get on my nerves. But yes, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that I've opened your minds to something, maybe some conversations within your household. And yeah, make sure to like this video, comment down below, share, and most importantly, make sure that you subscribe. And I'm out. Peace, love, and hair grease.
Come on! Put your glass in the air, let your hair flow everywhere. It's the anthem of the year.